Hello and welcome back to Adaptation, the vlog for film and book lovers. I'm Jessica Dick, and this week we're focusing more on the book side of things. Namely, the books that our hosts have been reading lately. Woot woot! Because reading is awesome, guys. Don't let anyone tell you differently. So, might as well get into it. Our fearless leader, Kendall, has been reading Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. You know the whole 1984 Big Brother is watching you mentality? Okay, well, scale that back from like a big government thing to a small corporation that happens to monitor its employees' emails. Now imagine if Big Brother was watching you and falling in love with who he was reading about. So yeah, the underling at this company, whose job it is to monitor company emails, finds himself falling in love with one of the senders. That's gotta be one awkward introduction. Hi, you don't know me, but it's my job to stalk you, and can I help if I've fallen in love with you in the process? I hear wedding bells already. Now, I have been simply devouring everything that Agatha Christie has ever written. Most recently, I've just finished reading The ABC Murders, which features quirky Belgian detective Hercule Poirot. Belgian detective? French name? Okay. He's on the case of a serial killer who has been killing seemingly unconnected people in alphabetical order. The thing is, he's also been sending letters to the famous detective telling him when and where the next murder is going to take place, and yet the killer is still getting away with it. Definitely a hair raiser. I also want to give a special mention to Murder on the Orient Express, which is her most well-known one for good reason. I mean, what's not to love about a murder that takes place on a train that's stranded in the middle of nowhere, with the murderer still on board? This scenario practically wrote the genre. Now, Jennifer has been rather bogged down with final assignments for her degree, but she's still been making her way slowly through The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Comedy gold, apparently, with plenty of quotable lines to both annoy and amuse your friends. She describes it as a sci-fi comedy about an undercover alien on Earth who knows the ins and outs about bumming rides around the galaxy. So when Earth is going to be knocked down to make way for an intergalactic highway, he drags his friend along on an exciting adventure among the stars, complete with towels and space travel and riddles and a severely depressed robot. Jen has also been listening to Howl's Moving Castle on audiobook. It's the story of Sophie, the oldest of 3 daughters, and therefore the one in her family who is destined to not do anything and live a normal, boring life. It's tradition. But this gets thrown out the window when she runs afoul of a witch who puts an aging spell on her and causes her to seek out her own destiny, as well as a way to break the curse. This throws her in the path of Howl, a resident sorcerer and habitual Romeo, who lives in a constantly shifting castle with his apprentice and a mysterious, riddling fire demon. And that's not even scratching the surface! There's so much to this! Not only is it an awesome, magical book, but it makes for really good listening material. And lastly, we will round out our list with a little bit of class, courtesy of Kristen's reading choice. For fans of the Drew Barrymore movie Ever After, you may recognize this title, since her character really liked it. Utopia by Thomas More. This one's a classic for fans of Renaissance literature. Coining the title phrase, Utopia, this work created an ideal patriarchal island kingdom that seemed to solve all of life's problems. It boasted religious tolerance, community-owned goods, education and work for everyone, pretty much all good ideas in theory. But if we've learned anything from the dystopian books that are now crowding all of our bookshelves, it's that a true utopian society can only exist in, well, a perfect world. Kind of defeats the purpose, but it makes for really good reading. And with that, I think you've had enough of me waxing poetic about the plausibility of a utopian society in this world. Sorry if I sounded a little pretentious there. But you know what's a really good response to that? Feedback and discussion. So don't be shy. Leave your comments below, let us know what you think about the books we're reading, or maybe suggest a few of your own. Also, links for our blog, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook pages can be found in the info section, as usual. And don't forget to subscribe and check out our podcast on iTunes. Thanks for tuning in to Adaptation, and until next time, keep reading.